There had to be a hiccup. There had to be one.
Just one. Always just one.
Damn it. Hey, Zoe Thorne. Happy Valentine's Day.
Hello. Yes, happy Valentine's Day.
Can I call you Boo? Can I call you Schmoopy? What do you like?
Oh, sure. That's fine.
Really?
You can call me Cheeks. You can call me
Cheeks?
Yeah, because I got puffy cheeks. And I'm always smiling, so it's just like cheeks.
I see. All right. I was being sarcastic because never in a million years did I imagine that you would be okay with being called any of the above, but all right.
Oh, that's fine. For this one day, I will allow it.
I see. All right. After that, you'd be staring death in the face if you call her any of the above. All right. I'm still getting used to these new headphones. I don't like them. They're not as loud. Oh, I know.
Yours?
Yeah, you know what the problem is?
What?
I'm turning up the wrong volume thing. It's over here, not over here. I moved things. I forgot.
Yes. So now we had two problems already.
Oh, man. Hey, the podcast is called ZM because she's Zoe, I am Milky, and if you're watching the video of this, we were on the wrong side of the screen from each other. There we go.
Oh.
Zoe to the left, Milky to the right because ZM. The podcast made possible by McCarthy Automotive, a family-owned and operated amazing auto repair shop at 1150 Heron Road, McCarthyAutomotive.ca, and I was thinking to them the other day. Actually, I called them because the check engine light is on in my car. I went to and from Toronto. Was it last weekend? Yeah, it was last weekend. And no issues. Car was great. And all of a sudden the check engine light came on. So I'm in to see them later on this week. I'm sure it's the exhaust system because they warned me the last time they were just looking over the car that, yeah, this is going to be a problem for you down the road. So I suspect, as always, they were dead on. And that's probably the issue because it's not the gas cap. And so we'll get that rectified. But I was thinking, with 34 days to go until spring, people are always, like very, very quickly, people are going to be in a mad scramble to get their tires changed over. They're going to want those all seasons on. I would book now for like late March, early April. I would make that call this week and book my appointments so that I'm in and I don't have to be, waiting in line for a few weeks because that can certainly happen. The rush is on, right? And also, I should mention, they do tire storage as well, so you don't even need to deal with that in your garage. McCarthy Automotive, 1150 Heron Road, McCarthyAutomotive.ca. All right. Before we move on, this is incredibly important. We must send as much love and good vibes and just let the people of Tumbler Ridge, BC know that we are thinking of them as we do this podcast today. It has been a very, very difficult week for Canadians.
Yeah, my heart goes out to everyone involved, the parents, the kids, the staff, the paramedics, the firefighters, the, police officers, everyone from the beginning to end. Like, I feel so much for that small community, and I hope they can find healing eventually. Small communities are,
they're so tight-knit. And, Tumbler Ridge, BC is really, it's a very small town and everybody knows everybody. And I don't want to get into all the specifics of it. We're all well aware. And have you seen the photo that emerged this morning of the Prime Minister, the Governor General, and Pierre Poilievre? Have you seen this photo?
No, I haven't.
The three of them holding hands at the memorial last night. And
I literally just got chills after you said that. That's crazy. You
got to see the photo. It is, it's so hopeful. It is, it's probably one of the, so far, I would say in the last 12 months, probably one of the most powerful images I've ever laid eyes on, certainly in the last year or so. Politics
that's
completely.
How it should be, it's just these kind of things shouldn't ever happen, obviously. No. And to come together is really all you can do. So that's really, like you said, super hopeful. And that's how it should be always. Like, it's just, we should always just be trying to come together as humans.
We've lost sight of that, haven't we? That, we're all A, humans, B, we're all living under the same flag. I think by and large, we all have the same hopes and dreams and wants and needs for ourselves, for our families. It's different paths on how to get there. And we're arguing over the semantics. And I grew up in the era of Pierre Trudeau. And I remember very distinctly, it was either something I read or heard, but young Justin and his brothers were around Parliament Hill a lot. And this, as the story goes, Justin, I guess at some point saw Joe Clark, who was the official leader of the opposition, the Conservative Party. And he saw him and said, and I believe it was Justin, it may have been one of his brothers, but one of them said, "Hey, there's the man that you hate." And his father very quickly turned to his son and said, No, I don't hate him. He's actually my friend. We disagree on a few things.
Yeah.
And we've lost complete sight of that in the world. So to see that, especially in that moment where humanity was the most important thing, and we can get back to arguing, the pathways to this, that, the other thing, tomorrow, next week, it was unbelievably moving and powerful. And if you haven't seen that photo yet, Google the Prime Minister, Governor General, Pierre Poilievre. Very moving. And you saw, I was not aware of this, but there was a ski accident.
Yeah, so I also just wanted to say, from someone who's been skiing since they were a small child and in the ski community of Ottawa for a really long time, my heart goes out to the family of the 13-year-old who sadly had an accident up at Vorlage in regards to the chairlift. Basically, it's sad, but a piece of clothing got caught, and now sadly, as far as I'm aware, she's still in critical condition at CHEO. So I just hope she will recover, and I hope her family's okay. And it's hard to, when you've grown up on these hills, when you've skied them a million times, to see that on the news happen to someone, and it be a freak accident. It's horrible. So I just really hope that she pulls through and she's okay. And yeah,
it is. And it's one thing. I mean, we all saw, I didn't see it because I can't bring myself to watch it, but Lindsey Vonn and the accident that she had.
Oh my God. Yeah. And that could make me cry right now too. That was just horrendous.
But it's different when you're Lindsey Vonn and you're competing at a high level. And even she said, there is a huge potential for this to happen every single time that we do this at those rates of speeds, etc. And it's a game of inches. But when it affects, a young child who's just going to a ski hill because it's a nice day to go to a ski hill, and it was a class trip too, right?
It was just with the school, and this is something that me and my brother would do. So reading that news story, it just it could have happened to any of us, and it breaks my heart that it happened at all. And usually I would say I never really read stories like this because our hills are so safe, and people usually end up having a good time. So it just I just hope that everything, she recovers and everything's okay.
Absolutely. All right.
Yeah.
That's a pretty sad way to start the show. But those are important. Those are very important.
No, of course, absolutely.
But let's quickly steer into some good news, and that is the Olympics in Canada with another bronze just before we went to record this show today.
Yes,
so the medal count is climbing.
Speed skating.
I'm a little concerned about the Rachel Homan rink. I'm not going to lie. You're the curling expert. What in the hell is happening?
So I think they're struggling a lot with the rocks. It seems like the men's team and the women's team seem to be struggling with the rocks a bit.
But the men's team does have the F-bombs down, though. There's that.
Oh, yeah. No, I had several people message me yesterday being like, what happened? I'm like, well, when you accuse someone who's been doing this for 25 years, expect some coarse words. And they're being so critically watched the entire time to just outright kind of point across the sheet and be like, you're cheating, is really also just kind of wild. I think it was Sweden, to say that to them.
The two most docile countries on the planet, right?
I know,
let's throw Switzerland in there as well, but by and large. But
hey, sometimes when you throw stones, you get F-bombs.
Literally and figuratively, right? My first thought, this is, my dad just celebrated his 89th birthday this week, and so my first thought was with him because I had never, ever heard my dad swear. Ever. Yeah. Until we were curling and I was sparing for his men's team at the Nepean Sportsplex. And and dad's like you. He's very competitive, right? And I can't remember.
Can I just point out there though that like I know like some people joked with me yesterday too, being like, "Is this what you're like?" I am not like.
Okay, well,
I've been like when I was growing up curling and stuff. Like my coach was like, "There's manners. You treat people with respect. Like like you don't." Really, don't talk to the other team, basically. You don't have to. There's no reason to. And if you are, it's got to be friendly. This is a friendly sport to play. Like,
and this is why when my dad's this is why when my dad's shot didn't go as he planned and he dropped the very first F-bomb I ever heard him say. I mean, it's decades later. I'm still stunned. So yeah, swearing if you're the casual observer of curling and you witnessed that at the Olympics the other day, that is highly unusual.
It's very unusual.
Yes.
I will say I drop, like F-bombs when it's like your dad, like I screw up my own shot.
I'll mutter it to myself.
Never, to someone else start dropping F-bombs like that. But also again, like if someone accused me of cheating and I know for a fact I would never do that, like that's when, and again, when it's two super nice countries, like you said, and the super nice country is accusing another super nice country of cheating. No, we don't do that. Like, leave us alone. And I think at that point, I think they were kind of coming up on the win, basically, like Canada was anyway. So it could have just been, and I don't want to accuse anyone of being a sore loser, but possibly they were, feeling the pressure and, just kind of decided to say something. I understand why when you look back and you see the video, it does, look weird. Like, why are you touching the rock like that? But he for what I don't really know exactly what he's doing. I can't proclaim to be in his mind, but I think he's just trying to like make sure that my rock is on the line. Like he's dead center on the rock. And like he's not pushing it. He just like was just touching it and it was still behind the hog line. And it looks like he's just making sure that the center of my rock is, in line with that broom.
Anyway,
that's yeah. So, but where I think we're struggling right now, like I said, is with the rocks and also with the ice surface. I was very surprised that Homan wanted to stay home as long as they did to practice at home. Because personally, as a curler anyways, the minute I can get out on the sheet and start testing the ice surface, it just feels more advantage.
Makes perfect sense to me. Anyway, they had that.
Every ice sheet's different. It's constantly changing as you're playing. So I think that's where they're struggling is just, we're shooting them all over here, but then the minute we send it down the middle, that's not going as fast or as far or as heavy, and it's just, I think that's kind of where they're struggling is the ice and the, They had the big win. I happened to be, I had to do the old man thing around 3:30 in the morning and get up for a pee-pee. So I threw the TV on because I knew that they were playing and watched them shaking hands after the seventh end. Holman with a 10-4 win. And I thought this is going to be a very good Olympics for them. Yes. And then they lost to the USA, which... and a loss today to Great Britain. It wasn't like it wasn't a complete blowout, like it was pretty close.
Yeah, but a loss is a loss is a loss, and in the Olympics, I mean, listen, it happens, right? You're playing against the best.
It's the round robin. We've got time.
Oh, okay. So I shouldn't panic?
I don't think, panic is not necessary quite yet. Right. Same with the men's team. Like, I think we've only lost one, so I don't think there's reason to panic quite yet. I'm wondering what's going on with the women's hockey team. Like, that was a disappointing loss to the States. But
they don't look good.
Sorry?
They don't look good.
Yeah. I mean,
something's up.
It's not that they don't look good. It's just when I was watching the two play, it just seemed like the States wanted it more. Mm. Like they were just on top of that puck every second chance they got. They seem to be playing very well. I'm trying to look at the television from here.
We're getting live play-by-play.
They're still. I still think they're in the lead, anyways. Right now, currently. So, I think maybe, again, we're still early on. They might have learned their lesson. Poulet is back on the ice, so that's great. Well, hopefully she can stay there and not get further injured. Yeah, and let me rephrase then. When I said they don't look good, they don't appear to me to be playing with a lot of heart.
And
that's it. That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Was like they just didn't seem to want it,
Yeah.
which was just wild to me because it's like, or they thought this was going to be like easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. I don't know, but like, no, like I think everyone is really this year, especially. I feel like everyone's been gunning for Canada, of being like, let's knock them off of every single podium that they've ever held, and
when you're the best.
People come for you.
Yeah, they do.
Medal count wise, right now we are definitely not where I thought we would be. So
no,
some countries have stepped their game up. That's for sure.
And sticking with women's hockey, which you and I absolutely love. You know what? I walked the dog yesterday over a Conroy, and I came walking up a hill near where the toboggan hill is, and there were these, I guess, grandma and grandpa were looking after their granddaughters. I would put these girls at maybe 3 and 5 years old, just head to toe in every bit of merch with the Ottawa Charge logo on it that you can possibly get you. And I'm like, aren't the Ottawa Charge wonderful? And I had an Ottawa Senators hat, and I went, better than your Senators. Like
facts. Facts. I'm honestly kind of glad the Olympics are on right now, because just watching all those NHL games was just giving me heartbreak every time I turn the TV on to watch the Sens. I'm like, heartbreak.
But it's awesome to see how the Ottawa Charge hockey team has just, it's a love affair. Right, we're pretty much right out of the gate. What is this? Second year of the league, third year of the league, and the love affair. You know, when children are that young and so impressed by it. Anyway, if you haven't been to see a game yet, yes, they do play at the Civic Center, which, as we all know, is about to be replaced by a 5,000-seat arena. I don't even want to go there.
Womp, womp.
But this is a real opportunity to really show your support for women's hockey in this city. The Ottawa Charge and the Montreal Victoire are taking on each other April 3rd, 7 p.m. and the game is at the Canadian Tire Center. I got the email because we bought tickets before to go to a game, so I can get them in advance. And I just asked Zoe if you're available that day. My Valentine's Day gift to you, my boo. Let's go to that game.
Boo.
Let's go to that game, and let's encourage people to show up and fill that place.
To talk to the PWHL, just me and the PWHL.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Even if I were to interrupt you, we have a problem with the microphones where if I'm talking, Zoe can't hear me anyway. So I might as well just shut up and let
most people.
I'll stand back.
PWHL. Look right here. Look right here. Look at me.
Mm-hmm.
Let the women just play with the same rules as the NHL. Let those women just rip. Like, let them take off the cages. Really? Yeah. I want to see full blown, just like hitting.
Okay.
I just feel like every time I watch them, I'm like, these poor women are having to hold themselves back. Because they want to hit each other. This is the whole point of the game. They want to do those, really clean hits up against the boards and stuff. And they just have to hold back every single time. And I'm like, just let them have the same rules. Women Rage 2026. Just let those women roar, man. I'm telling you, it'll be a great game.
I agree with you. I think the hitting, because you could definitely see they're holding themselves back. I like the cage over the face. I think all players at a sport like that should be, I remember the era where there were players who didn't wear helmets, and I thought they were complete fools to not have a helmet on. Those pucks, man, they can cause a lot of damage. I say protect everything you can protect. But they know what
they're getting themselves into. Yeah. It's the same thing with Lindsey Vonn, right? She's like, I know what I've signed myself up for. If I'm going to go 120 kilometers down a hill and I crash, I know exactly what I'm getting myself into.
All right.
I agree, safety, of course, but I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like the cage is also holding them back.
Okay.
Or give them the shields, the clear.
That's what I was going to ask. That's what I was going to ask.
Fine.
How do you feel about the face shield instead of the cage?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I feel like that's fine. I just think I don't know. I just find would it not be causing it the cage is black, the puck is black. What if it's just the bars are in front of your face? I just feel like it's another obstacle to look around. You know?
Except, have you ever had a cage on? A helmet with a cage on?
Yeah.
It works, in photography it's called broca. And your eyes have an ability, and a lens has an ability to focus beyond that. And I'm sure you've seen the videos too, where people have like a chicken coop outside, and they've got like the silver wire or it's white wire, and all of a sudden they paint it black and it almost becomes invisible. Your eyes are not bothered by something that close to it.
I don't know.
You see beyond it.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe. But yeah, no, let them hit each other the way they want to hit each other, because I think that would be like, they're just like, oh, they don't hit as hard, and I'm like, oh, trust me, they want to hit as hard if they wouldn't get in trouble for it. Like, you know, like. I love
the PWHL. In fact, I mean, I love it. As you know, I'm on 5 different radio stations every day of the week. One of them's in Florida. They don't give a damn about hockey, let alone women's hockey. But on the other stations, you better believe I bring the PWHL up every single day in my sportscasts, because it's awesome and it deserves the attention. And you cannot deny that fans are lining up to see this. So there you go, April 7th at the Canadian Tire Center. If you haven't seen a game yet, I think that is going to be a good time. Let's fill that place.
April
3rd, pardon me. April 3rd, sorry, April 3rd at 7 p.m. My bad. Sorry.
Yes.
Go ahead.
And also, speaking on filling stadiums, the Ottawa Titans have released their home opener date and tickets. There will be a fireworks show afterwards. The free giveaway is a jersey again this year. Their goal is to fill that stadium. I think so. If you have the chance, the tickets are like $20. It's like, pennies compared to what we spend at the grocery store, it feels like half the time, for a fantastic evening to support another fantastic Ottawa team. So please, 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 if you even have a slight remote interest in baseball, or you just want free stuff and a fireworks show, go buy your tickets. Please. It's a fantastic game. I'm telling you right now. If you've never done it, go do it. Also get there early because traffic is crazy. So
that's the thing about that stadium. Like back in the days of the Lynx, I mean, it helped that they had the affiliation with a Major League Baseball team in Montreal. But I mean, they built that stadium and they had a decent parking lot around it. Then they sold half the parking lot to the hotel next door, and it's a bit like, what is it with Ottawa? We can't park at Lansdowne. The parking lot at Canadian Tire Center is a nightmare, and you can't park at the baseball stadium. You can park, however, across the street at the train station, and they did build a bridge to it. Anyway, I've not been to a Titans game.
You could also take the LRT.
No.
Just no? Just no?
That's just a hard no, Zoe.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what I was planning to do because, yes, I was one of the people last year for the home opener, sitting in traffic, slowly crawling through, and I think I'm just going to take the LRT and walk over the highway because that seems like probably a faster route.
No, I do not have a death wish.
Also, really bad planning on the hotel's part because there was like a graduation going on. The same time as everyone was trying to show up for the game, so that just created more traffic for no reason.
But that's typical of Ottawa. It's typical of, if you take I guess the LRT does drop you off right at the trains. Duh, of course the LRT drops you off at the train station. Shut up, John. I just out of the corner of my eye realized we've been waiting on a guest. Our guest is here. It is Valentine. Shall we bring Lauren Lane on?
Yes, please.
Lauren Lane, are you there? Oh, we don't have a camera.
I'm here. Let me see. Oh, like I'm one of those old people that can't figure it out.
Come on, Grandma. Get the camera working.
Why? It's saying... All right.
Well, it's okay. It's showing me like a little padlock. Like what's going on with that? Like, why are you locked out?
I think it needs to give me permission or something.
I can't imagine I would need to do that. Anyway. Oh, it's too bad. Because Lauren, for those of you who are watching the YouTube portion of this, is a lovely woman. She really is a lovely woman. And funny and smart. Oh, hang on.
Let's try that. I'm trying it on my phone.
There we go.
Did that work?
Well, now we don't have Lauren's audio. Okay, hang on. I'm bringing back your audio there. Earth to Lauren. Come in, Lauren. We don't have audio from your phone. This is the smoothest podcast. There's Lauren Lane. I told you she was lovely. Look at her. There she is. Yay!
Oh, you're so sweet. Is the audio, are we good now?
The audio is just fine. Hi, Lauren Lane, my friend who I have not seen in way too long. How have you been?
Hi, John. I'm good. How are you? I'm so sorry I came to this late. I'm sorry. I
So Lauren is a stand-up comic, works a lot of late nights, and I can understand and excuse when you are a little late for something that's happening earlier in the day.
Well, I was going to say, I apologize that we dragged you out of bed before 1, in the afternoon. That's so mean of us.
You never apologize for dragging my ass out of bed to do the podcast this early.
That's not my problem. You're up early every day.
Yeah, this is my one day to sleep in, and I don't.
Yeah,
I hang out with you instead. Happy Valentine's Day. Lauren, for those who, are not in the know, so let me catch you up. I was very blessed for a long time to be part of producing a weekly comedy show in Ottawa, and it was comics at all levels. And one night, Lauren was there, and it was one of your very first shows, I think, Lauren, and you just killed it. And I've done stand-up comedy all of twice in my life. The first time, I got in my car and couldn't get home fast enough. I was crying, and I vowed I would never do it again. 20 some odd years later, I did a stand-up comedy show for mental health, and the room was stacked in my favor. Every single person in that room was a radio listener, was a social media follower. So I'm like, I went out on a high note. It is hard to do stand-up comedy, and I watched Lauren on stage in one of her very early shows, and I said this to you, Lauren, and I've said it to you several times since. I am so enjoying watching your progress. I really think you've got something, and I have not seen you perform in probably a year now, and I'm really, really missing it. And I hope you're still loving it because you are so good at this.
You are so sweet. Thank you so much.
I mean that, though.
I remember that because, John, you were one of the first people that would that told me that you thought I was really good and encouraged me. He was like one of my first fans, if you will.
Well, it helps. It helps that you had a joke in there about kink. So.
Oh yeah. One of the club owners told me to rewrite that joke because he didn't know what BDSM meant.
Really?
What? That sounds like a him problem.
He's like, not everyone knows what that means. I'm like, is it you? Do you not know what it means?
Yeah, that's awkward.
Oh my God.
Google it and get back to me.
Lauren, you just described pretty much 95% of the conversations I've ever had with radio program directors who sit me down and go, you're talking about things that listeners don't understand what they mean. I'm like, are you sure about that?
You sure?
Hey, okay, all right. Anyway, skibbity? You don't know what skibbity is? You don't know what 6'7" is, really? Anyway. The reason Lauren is on the show today is because she and several other phenomenal female performers are doing a Valentine's Day, or we should call it, I guess, a Galentine's Day stand-up show at the Laff Lounge on York Street tonight. So, Lauren, walk us through what is happening at the Laff Lounge.
So, I'm having a Galentine's Day show. We themed it. It's an earlier one. It starts at 7, and we themed it that just so that, if people wanted to go out with their girlfriends, they could go to a show. And also, as someone who's been in a relationship for a long time, I find that couples things and things that girls do together, tend to be, there's a lot of overlap, you know what I mean? The Nordic spa and that kind of stuff. So it's for couples too. So it's the Galentine's Day show. Rebecca Reeds is headlining it, and she's an absolute killer on stage. She's so funny. I'm so lucky
that
we
local?
got her. And then we've got Melanie Page hosting, and she's a riot. Yeah. And then I'm gonna be opening, and it's a lot of fun. And honestly, I'm pretty sure we've sold out, so I don't know if there are any tickets left. There might be a couple.
Congrats.
Wait, you sold out? Why do we have you on then? We serve no purpose in your world anymore.
See you, John.
Oh, okay.
We're promoting for next year when you guys do this again, because it's going to be such a fantastic show that you guys are going to have to just make this an annual thing, I think.
Well, yeah, and you know what? I produce I want to get more into producing shows, and I do another one that's called the SAD Show. So it's a seasonal depressive disorder, and I like to do it in November, so that when everyone's getting real depressed, I get all the comedians together that do mental health jokes, and kind of I like to do a lot of theme stuff, so people can still follow me on Instagram, and there'll be shows.
Lauren, you're right, because you and I have that in common. I went through a really bad period of depression, and you get pretty dark with your humor about depression, and you make it, I mean, I don't want to say you make it fun, but it's a fun take on what is an otherwise very, very difficult subject. And that must be one of the tougher ones, to bring up. Do you ever get pushback from people in the room who are like, hey man, I deal with this, and you can't go there? Because there's so much of that these days. People go to a show and they feel entitled to, give you their running commentary.
Yeah, and you know what? Yeah, because I do like to toe the line, because I also understand, that's why I like to make sure that it's clear that I have had that, struggled with it, and worked in the industry, as you know, I worked at the crisis line for a couple of years, and so I've had a lot of experience with it, and also I have training and you know what I mean, how to kind of see it, so that I'm not making fun of it. I'm laughing with you, not at you.
Right.
But sometimes it's hard for people to totally see that on stage. And while I haven't had any complaints about my depression jokes, I did do a joke. Unfortunately, I had a miscarriage a few years ago.
I'm sorry.
And it's okay. Thank you. And it's something that I did a joke about, because I noticed that it was something that people really didn't talk about. It was still very taboo. Mm-hmm. And it was something, because what I like about comedy is when you make a joke about something on stage, then you're sort of sharing the experience with everybody.
Exactly.
And I've always found, whether it's, money problems or whatever, when someone makes a joke about it and I can laugh about it, it releases tension, right? That's what laughing is.
Yeah, well, and I've always found personally, anyways, it's the best medicine for when you're feeling down or blue about something, is to just joke about it. And I think it's
Exactly. So it was my first drug, but the one, I stopped doing that one unless I really primed the audience, because I used to get, and it's funny, I used to get men whose wives had lost somebody who would come up to me about that joke and would kind of test me to make sure that I really had gone through it, or do you know what I mean? So that's the joke that bugs people the most.
But which is just just very insensitive to be like, oh, I want to see if you've actually dealt with, and it's just, well, I just said I did. There's no reason for me to lie. It's just why would you lie about something like that? I
think it's just because it's
just
raw.
For a joke.
It's the rawness of it that it gives people a rub. But I mean, comedy to me, there's different types of comedy, right? And comedy is subjective. We hear this all the time. And we see what's going on in the States with, late night talk show hosts, and that guy's not funny, get him off the air, and all of this. Comedy is subjective. And to me, slapstick comedy, like I said, that's the Dick Van Dyke falling down, hurting himself, Robin Williams with a quick one-liner. But when you get into the taboo things, that's where comedy is brilliant, because it's really one of the only safe spaces where you can broach those subjects.
Yeah, I agree. And I think theming the shows helps with that a lot. Or even just if you throw in a quick, hey, you guys cool with the dark stuff? It's almost a consent thing,
Okay.
'Cause I kind of understand if somebody gets on stage and they just go right into this really dark material, you're like, whoa. And you're not ready for it, so they're you have to kind of set them up well. Yeah.
Which I think the last time I saw you kind of did that. You were just like, we cool with dark stuff, people? Because that's basically what my set's gonna be. And everyone was like, yeah, let's do it.
She is Lauren Lane. She is our guest on the ZM podcast. And you said there's still possibly a couple of tickets so it's an all-women show tonight, or this evening, I should probably say. So 7 p.m. at the Laff Lounge, which, Lauren, I don't think a lot of people know where that even is. And I didn't know where it was. You invited me to one of the first shows you produced. I'm like, I don't even know where that is. It's this little door between two restaurants that if you didn't know it was there, you'd probably walk right past it. But I want to encourage people to walk through that door, because it is one of the best rooms in this city.
Oh, it is. And, so there's a couple tickets tonight, but you know what? There's also a second show at 8:30 with the same headliner.
Hey.
And so, if you, go to the Laff Lounge. It's on York Street where Tucker's Marketplace. I find that's a helpful, and the door's right beside it because it's in the basement of Tucker's Marketplace.
Uh-huh.
If you're looking at Tucker's, it's just to the right.
Right.
There's a little fence and an archway. It is just to the right of
and a little
Tucker's
plaque on the wall to let you know that you're at the Laff Lounge.
The ever so tiny.
You have to believe that it's there.
Yes. You need a password. No, you don't.
Amazing. And you're still at it. So how many shows are you doing a week now as a stand-up? I know you're big into the production end of it too, but as a stand-up, how many nights are you on stage?
Try to average 3 or 4. Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, but I love it. You know what I mean?
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Can you talk to just how good a scene Ottawa has when it comes to stand-up comics? I mean, Emmett Morrison, is just. I mean, you gotta see Emmett Morrison if you love that one-line setup and 2 or 3 word punchline in that dry kind of presentation. He stands out to me. I miss you guys. I really miss the whole gang. But who if you were telling someone to come see a show, what would be your top? Okay, here's the question. You get to pick 3 comics, Lauren, local comics.
Oh no!
You get to pick 3.
What are you doing to me? 3.
Setting you up for all the hate on Valentine's Day. It's what I do.
Okay, 3 locals. Let me think. Okay, so the real answer is, like, I would read the person and I would recommend accordingly because, like you said, humor is subjective and not everybody laughs at the same stuff.
Fair. Okay, so if you want to go 5, go 5.
So I'll say that. And you're right. Everybody is so funny in the scene and I love them all. And I want to talk about the scene after this. Because I have more to say about that.
Okay.
And Emmett, yes. Emmett has a new joke lately and you want to talk dark. It's about cannibalism.
Oh, shit.
And I keep laughing at the setup. And I'm the only one, in the full room, and he'll do the setup, and then I will laugh with my big scream laugh. You
have one of the best laughs. Yeah, you and Zoe together in a room. Oh my God.
Sometimes that happens because especially this is comics, right? Because we know each other, and so we know where the joke is going faster sometimes. And but anyway, of all of them, I'm trying to think. Well, one of the heavy hitters is Christina Muehlberger, I would say, in this scene. I don't know if you've ever seen her.
No.
She's one of those people that inspired me. I saw her at the Laff Lounge when I was before I got started, and she has this. She's got this one-woman show called God That's Funny, and she talks a lot about how she was brought in a religious upbringing, and she kind of left all of that behind. And she also talks about darker stuff, mental health, struggles with all kinds of stuff. She's really funny.
Okay.
Top 3. Oh God. Okay. Who else?
Your dream show of locals only.
Locals only. And Mike Beatty is also hilarious.
Yes.
Have you seen him?
I have. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's one of those comics who sometimes he won't be around. Life gets in the way. So he'll be gone for a bit and then he'll come back. And someone will be like, "Oh, I was on a show with Mike Beatty," and then all the other comics would be like, "He's here?" "Oh, he's here!" And then we'll actually go watch him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's because we've seen each other a million times is a part of it too. So it's not an insult if we don't watch the same show. It's just like Emmett, for example. I might be able to do his set now, and I say that, but I say that with love. He's so funny.
He is.
But I don't need to watch it every time.
No.
Well, and I think people forget that about comedy too, is that sometimes you guys are just testing out different ends until you find the right one. So the setup might be the same. Oh, I think I've heard this before, whatever. And then, the ending is now different and scratch it off, try a different one, see which one gets a bigger laugh. I don't think people realize that sometimes you guys are just testing material over and over again to see what hits.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. We do that a lot. And sometimes now I'll see people comment on a Netflix special, oh yeah, I Taylor Tomlinson released something and whatever. It wasn't her best. I'm that was a Netflix special. It took that woman a full year because that's what they do. I'm touring and doing the jokes on stage and then not going and then rewriting it. And it's just
And just because it did really well in one city, where the Netflix special was then, recorded, it might have not done as well. Sometimes just room doesn't relate, and it's just
Well, and the Matt Rife specials, both of them have been exactly that. Because I love the guy, and his crowd work is fierce. That's what made him. He's a TikTok star because of it. And then the first Netflix special, he's about as far away from an audience member as you can possibly put somebody, and it just fell so flat. And then, second special, same thing again.
That might be, yeah, that's a different thing. That might just be.
It is, but it's just it speaks to, they work this. I mean, Matt Rife's got a head full of comebacks for stuff. That like it's a Rolodex full of, I know where I'm going with this. I can pick and pull from this, and he's doing it because he's doing it so often, right? And then you put him in a situation where he can't do that, and they kind of look. He's still very funny, but it's not the show you expected. So that's a disservice. But yeah, I mean, you're doing like this is what people don't appreciate. You're doing 3 nights a week at this level.
Yeah.
Like just reworking it, ironing it out. And that's when, when I started this conversation, to watch the progress from your very first show. And then it was a couple months later, I saw you again. I ran up to you and I gave you the biggest hug. I'm like, you are phenomenal. Because the progress, even in that short period of time, it was night and day, Lauren. So I can only imagine where you're at now. And where do you want to go with this?
So obviously I'd like to be a headliner. Like that's there's a step right now. I'm working towards getting like more consistent weekend bookings.
Nice.
At a couple of the clubs because there's like a hierarchy of days of the week that you sort of like work your way up. And I've gotten all the way to Thursday and Sunday. And you know what I mean? Like I do weekends sometimes, but like there's a consistency issue. I'll be allowed to text on Saturdays instead of Sundays. That's an inside baseball joke.
Okay.
So what I'd like to do is, get into headlining, of course. And what I think that my next move as far as career goes is, and like this is actually brand new, like talking about it on the podcast, but my government job doesn't appear to be working out. Like I got affected with the letter.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
You know what? It's okay. It's given me an opportunity because if I wanted to, I could stay and I could figure something out, but it's giving me an off ramp. And so I'm thinking of taking it and trying to get into like a TV writing job somehow.
Okay.
Oh, great.
So I'm working my network on that. I might go take a course to try and get my foot in the door, but that's an avenue.
I would love to see you writing for something like This Hour Has 22 Minutes or something, like, just something really like Canadian based, like CBC. We gotta love them, and all their comedy shows are so good, I find. So
they're so good.
They're so good.
Or the next Schitt's Creek, we'll call it Lauren's Lane.
Well, look at that, John. Do you want to come? You want to start a show with me?
I was just going to say, do you want to start a show with me?
Yeah.
I don't have enough shows. I'm only doing 5 a week.
That's it.
Or, 5 a day. Plus 2 podcasts. I need more.
You're crazy. I love it.
Hey, but you know what, Lauren? I mean, you just talked about, you're facing a situation where, I mean, a lot of people will be freaking out, job loss, and there's a shift coming in your life. And, between us, it sounds like you're looking at this in the right light with an opportunity. My job evaporated from me over a decade ago, didn't see it coming. My wife had lost her job 9 days earlier. We saw that coming. And suddenly I had to do this shift. And I was in this, I was just treading water and like, okay, I'm going to start an internet radio station and see what happens. And I'm just, throwing the spaghetti at the fridge. It ended up being the best thing for me, right? Because it forced me to have to look at some other options. And as a creative, it saved my ass and it put me exactly where I need to be. Like I said, I'm doing 5 shows a day now in 2 countries. So sometimes you don't know until you take that leap of faith. And I'm excited that you're even considering taking that leap of faith because I think you've got what it takes.
Thank you. And that's the thing, because that's it. It's, you can look at it as just like, oh, this horrible thing. And, or you can look at it as this opportunity. Like to me, it's an incredible opportunity.
Has to be. Yeah.
And the fact that I can even consider it, like there's so many of my colleagues who just don't have something like this that they want to pursue, and I just think that I'm so lucky that I have stand up like in my life.
It's nice to not like have a purpose, and or just a creative side or an outlet to do stuff like that. And especially like you were just mentioning earlier that you're doing a comedy show around like seasonal depression. And one of the things I always tell people is you got to find something, anything, when it starts to go into these winter months that you can do once a week. Get out of the house, see people. And it doesn't have to be an outdoor sport if you don't like the cold. It could be a book club. It could be just going and playing board games at, the loft. And like, it's just something once a week. It could be Dungeons and Dragons. I don't like, but something that gets you out and enjoying your week and something to look forward to. Like, it doesn't have to be curling like me or comedy like you, but Or maybe it's like enjoying comedy, like going out and watching the local comics do their stand up and have a laugh, and that could be the outlet for that person. So yeah, no, it's hard when people struggle with things like that, and it's like, oh, I want you to find something because I promise it'll be so much better.
And I mean, here's how bonkers comedy can be. I'm leaving a government job to pursue stand-up comedy and TV writing in Canada. Let that settle for just a little bit.
Oh, my mother is beside herself.
Yeah, I bet.
All I'm thinking right now is like, oh, so the government's putting money towards like shows like Heated Rivalry, so I'm just going to make that transition. If they're going to put money there, I'm just going to go that way instead of staying where I'm at, because they're cutting back on the funding there.
Well, exactly. And you mentioned this hour, and I would love to get laid off by them and then go make fun of them on TV.
Yeah, like
goals.
Of course, absolutely.
It's a bit of a spiteful dream, but it's a dream.
That's all it needs to be.
All women's comedy show at 7 o'clock tonight, the Laff Lounge on York Street. Google Laff Lounge. It'll take you right to their website. That's, I'm sure, where you can get your tickets. But you said you wanted to talk about the local scene, and before we give you the boot, I want to give you the opportunity to talk about the local scene, because, I mean, you are immersed in it. So tell us what's going on in the local scene. What do you say?
I do. And like this ties in nicely to what you were saying, because yes, if people are looking for something to do like in the evenings, I always tell people coming to our mics, especially the more local shows, truly is an act of charity. And I don't mean that in a, like, they're amazing comics and they need audiences, and there are shows all over the place. Like we've got Poor Boy on Thursday nights now has 2 shows. We've got a show up Go Up at the end, which is when the comics like all come from their other shows, and then they bring out brand new material, and
That's
it's been
great.
so fun. And then we've got a regular show at Poor Boy, which is always a banger. And then Swizzles we've got on Monday nights. We've got a couple in Gatineau as well. Tao Tiki Bar on Tuesday nights. We've got
I heard about the Tiki Bar. Yeah, when I think from Emmett actually, I was he was like, "Oh, I'm headed out to go to the Tiki," and I'm like, "What? We have a Tiki Bar in Ottawa?"
Yeah, we
Please,
do.
First off, we need to just go back and rewind. Like, what are you saying?
DJ
I
Zemo,
end up learning more.
DJ Zemo Wee, who does the LGBTQ plus 2S all of our rainbow programming on BTR, loves the Tao Tiki Bar. Lives there pretty much. It's a great spot.
I feel like I live under a rock. I'm like, what Tiki Bar?
Okay, Zoe, you're a mixologist and you're a drink snob. We need to go there because their drinks are out of this world.
Yeah.
Truly.
Yeah.
Sorry, Lauren, we interrupted you. We are very into ourselves.
Because I'm like now too. Like, there's a couple more shows like popping up on Wednesdays. The scene's really hot right now. We've got a lot of local producers. They're working so hard to put together shows.
Yeah.
And like if you like watch us on social media, there's always an opportunity every night of the week to go out to a show. And you don't have to do comedy. You can just come watch. And we love it when we get audiences, because sometimes at mics it's all comics. And you want to have a real audience. So it's a really great thing, I think, for people to do. They go out, you can get off your phone for a bit, you can have some cheap beer, and you can give us an audience, because we are always in desperate need of attention. And but yeah, the Ottawa scene is heavy hitting. It punches above its weight. We're very, very lucky.
It's incredible. It's something that, and it doesn't get talked about nearly enough. And it was you, I think, who drew attention to the fact that the Nightmare, doing, I'm dropping into this and dropping into that. And you were very vocal about the fact that I've never seen this guy at a comedy show. What up?
Well, and I would like to defend him on that.
Oh.
So yes, we have a mayor of the night, a night mayor. And when he was getting interviewed in the media, he kept being like, yeah, nightlife. And he would say it as bars, restaurants, clubs. And he didn't mention comedy. And so I sent him an email, a strongly worded email, because I'm one of those people.
I know.
And to his credit, because I said, I've sent you, I heard you guys talk about the train. Like, I've sent emails about the train. I've sent emails about the
This is our email. This is our version of an email.
Oh, you're that person, Lauren. Okay, yay.
Oh, yeah. No, I will make them accountable for their choices and their roles.
Go.
But anyway, so I sent him an email saying, hey, when you mention nightlife, can you, and he emailed me back almost right away to set up a meeting with me. And he was like, tell me to my face. No, I'm just kidding. He was really nice about it. And so anyway, we had a phone call, and I said, if one thing you can walk away from this is just please, when you're talking about, say, Ottawa or comedy too, when you're talking about bars, restaurants, clubs, comedy is a huge part of our nightlife. And he was like, Lauren, I hear you, and I promise that I will. And ever since, every time he's been in the media, I saw, like, I was checking articles and stuff, like the sub headlines now have comedy in them. And when he built a website as well, like they did as part of, and comedy has its own page on it. And so we met, like, I don't know, I talked to him before it was built, so I just made sure, make sure the comedy is featured. And he actually came to a show of mine, because after I talked to him, he's like, can I come to a show? And I was
Fantastic.
like, okay. And then I roasted him, which he agreed to. That was a lot of fun. I think there's a clip of it online. That was because, like, what a ridiculous politician, and like he knows that. He's so funny.
No, he's very. I accidentally ran into him at Pub Wells very shortly after the announcement that it was him. And he's very self-aware of his role, and he is trying his best. And as much as we love to roast the city of Ottawa on this show, we do love our city of Ottawa. That's why we're roasting it so hard, because we know how special we are here. And even the comedy scene's great, but also our crowd scene is great too. I've heard from a lot of comics that like Ottawa is one of their favorite places to come do stand up, because we just know how to laugh in this city for sure.
We do, apparently, because we're a government town. Like there's our population is pretty educated and politically aware. So understand the jokes is what some of them have told me. They actually get it here. It's like,
Where can people follow you on social, Lauren? Because you are like one of the most impressive comedians, and I say newish, because I know it's been a couple of years since you and I first met when you were first doing your show, but you're deserving of all the follows. So where do people find you?
Thank you. They can find me on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Lauren Lane Comedy, at Lauren Lane Comedy. I'll pop right up. You'll see me.
And it's Lane. Don't make the mistake I did when I texted Zoe. I said I got Lauren Lane coming on the podcast this week, and I spelled Lain. I think even with an E, and
and I replied.
She spanked my ass on that.
Yeah, because I was like, I follow her. I'm like, there's a new Lauren Lane. I'm like, that's not. I'm like, I think you spelled that wrong, buddy.
Yeah, don't overthink it. Lauren Lane, Lane.
Things I probably shouldn't admit to someone I admire, but there you go, Lauren. I did that to you. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Now that said, I defy you to spell Milky. Go for it.
Well, I was just going to say, don't make me do the your eye first. I will never remember. Never.
I miss you.
It's okay.
I miss you too. And it was so nice. It was so nice being here. And it was so nice meeting you, Zoe.
Oh, yes.
You're welcome here anytime, Lauren. So whenever you've got a show, please let us know. Even if you just want to drop in for a couple minutes to promote whatever's going on, you're always welcome here on ZM. So tonight, Laff Lounge, couple of tickets left. That sounds like a fun night for Valentine's Day, and it's not even going to keep you up past your bedtime. So, I mean,
there you go.
Why wouldn't you?
But we are keeping Lauren up past hers.
Yeah, we are. This is where I give her the boot.
No, we're good.
This is where I give her the boot. Lauren, love you. Best of luck. Keep going, man. I'm so impressed with what you've got going on. You're the real deal.
Oh, thank you too. Love to you, buddy. Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, see you soon.
Lauren Lane, everybody. Yay! And I kicked her out. There you go. Isn't she great?
Yeah, no, she's wonderful. I swear I can't remember if it was Laff Lounge or No Forks Given, but I just saw her perform, literally just saw her. Yeah. And
she's doing.
I wanted to ask her. I'm like, I'm pretty sure she brought like a little yellow stool, and I wanted to ask her more about the little yellow stool.
Well, we'll have her back on. You can ask her about the yellow stool. Sorry, I didn't realize you wanted to ask
her.
Her
emotional support stool, and I'm not sure.
That sounds like her.
Yeah, exactly.
We really do have a great comedy scene in this city, and that was one of the things when we were doing the shows at No Forks. It was like a Wednesday night, and the comics were there, and you'd have 8 or 9 comics on the bill, which in a small room like that, I mean, most of the audience ends up being the comics. So when you get an opportunity to go out and just buy some wings, have a pop, whatever else, and just be there to support the comics and laugh and interact with them. It is a wonderful night out, and there's so many great clubs. I wasn't even aware that half the clubs that she mentioned were even doing nights.
Yeah, I didn't know I follow Poor Boy on social media, and I didn't know they were doing it. So I'm definitely going to have to more closely follow her page and see where she's going and what she's up to, as well as kind of get the lowdown on the scene, because I feel like I'm a pretty big Ottawa comedy nerd. I love going to local comedy shows, and it was Laugh Lounge on the Sunday, and then because my friends were having such a good time, I was like, well, we really got to do No Forks, and I'll reach out to Tavis. We've had Tavis on the show, and see what's going on. And that Tuesday we were there, and that's when I saw Lauren. Was just like, oh, I feel like I've seen her comedy before. She's really funny. She
is.
Yeah, that's why when you messaged me, I was like, I'm pretty sure I just saw her. That's awesome.
So get out.
We love our show.
Yep, get out and support local comedy. But I mean, this is like you said. You weren't aware, and you go to a lot of these shows. You weren't aware that some of these places are even doing stand-up comedy. This is why
I love Poor Boy.
This is why we do this show. We're trying to dig for these beautiful morsels of goodness that are happening in the city. So get out and enjoy that. All right, it is Valentine's Day, and off the top, we kind of had a little giggle, and I joked about calling you boo, etc. The reason I went there. Here's your dog's your boo. The reason I went there is because one of my favorite stories from this past week on my shows, as it pertains to Valentine's Day, is a list of the most disliked pet names that people have for each other. Lovey-dovey couple. So I asked our audience to weigh in on that as well, and we got some fun responses. Let's begin with Karen. She says, my husband is not the one who came up with this, but I had a boyfriend a long time ago. He used to call me Doll. Can't stand Doll.
Oh yeah, I get behind that. I like Doll, yeah. But
that's black and white movie stuff. Hey, Doll, how you doing, Doll?
Hey, Doll, how you doing?
Hey, Doll. Want to go watch the big swing band tonight, Doll? We'll do some dancing.
Are you the Bonnie to my Clyde? It's just.
Jennifer, thanks for being part of the show today. She can't stand the pet name Schmoopy.
Schmoopy.
Schmoopy, poopy doo. Schmoopy doopy.
Yeah. I feel like if you can say it to a dog, you maybe shouldn't say it to your woman.
I don't know. I think we're probably blurring some lines in this house when it comes to that. So I'll reserve judgment on that. Lori, thanks for tuning into the ZM podcast. Lovey. Yes, that's very Gilligan's Island.
Yes,
Mr. Howell. Yes, hello, Lovey. Hello, Lovey. Lovey. Bay comes up a lot. Bay is on the list, by the way, of the 5 most disliked pet names nationwide. Bay checks in at number 3.
That's just because it's short, and you're shortening it even. It's baby, like Bay,
we're becoming so efficient in the world, aren't we? When we can take a 2-syllable word and make it a 1-syllable word.
1-syllable word.
What are we going to do with the extra time in our lives?
Wow. Sit on TikTok and scroll.
But the first time I heard Bay, I want to say it was in an Usher song, maybe a Pharrell Williams song.
Yeah, maybe.
Bay. Anyway.
I just feel like, I don't know. I was like, I feel like a teenager started that somewhere. It's kind of what I was thinking. Yeah, it's just very teenager-y.
Yeah.
Stop doing that.
I don't want to say 2 syllables. Bay. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Nancy says wifey.
Oh, you don't like wifey?
Hi, wifey. As a pet
name? It's okay, girl. I'm forever an MC, never a bride, so I won't ever have to worry about wifey.
Stop. All right, this one comes up a lot. We need to have this conversation. Daddy.
For the men, I guess for the men, eh? But what if you are a daddy? And Pedro Pascal owns it. He's like, he's like, I'm a zaddy daddy.
I first encountered.
He gets offended when people come for his title.
I first encountered that term in, Lauren alluded to the BDSM world. And that is a big thing for especially older male dominants who have younger submissives. and they want that whole daddy persona where it's more about the aftercare and, daddy's looking after me. And I had failed to realize that in today's world, the daddy thing really, I mean, it's part of the common everyday vernacular. And there are entire TikToks where like mom and dad are in the room and mom will turn to the dad and say, "Hey daddy, how you doing?" Just to see the reaction from the kids who are all like damn near choking and gagging, like, "Oh, you guys are so gross, daddy." So I had no idea it had gotten to there, but I think that's why a lot of people are bothered by it. Daddy. Hey, daddy. Yeah. It's very kitteny, isn't it?
I personally, I wouldn't say I would use, that would be my first one to jump to as a, pet name.
If it works in your dynamic, you do you. Right?
Yeah, exactly. If you like it, do it. I'm just saying I'm not someone that's super into,
Yeah. Baby or babe? Dominique is not a fan of either baby or babe. How do you feel about bae, though? Because we've shortened it for you.
So how about that, lover?
Joey's in another vote for daddy as far as pet names that he says, "I just don't go there. I would literally end a relationship if she called me this more than once."
But what if it was jokingly, though?
See, I would do that too.
She knows it bothers you.
Exactly. Exactly. If I knew that that's a scab for you, I would pick at that until I'm just mercilessly.
I just feel like, like baby and stuff. It's so generic. Like everyone calls each other baby, babe, whatever.
That's the big one between Sue and, "Hey babe, hi baby, how you doing, baby?"
Yeah, I just I don't know. I want, if you're gonna call me a pet name, like I want you to think about it. I want you to sit there and be like, what is up with Zoe? And what could I call her as a pet name?
That's the danger zone for me, because I would, you know how my brain works, right? Like I would inevitably pick I would call her Booger because I'm always picking on her. Or I called her Bongo Butt once. I tried that one on. She says, "What?" I said, "Bongo Butt." She's like, "Why?" Because I like banging on your butt.
I want people to go farther than baby. Test them out, see what hits. Maybe it's just like comedy, right? You got to test it, see what hits, what misses. I love a good callback.
may we go there with you? May we inquire as to a pet name that someone has given you? And you don't need to give names, but somewhere along the line, somebody had a nickname or a pet name for you that you actually thought was pretty fun.
Yeah, Cheeks.
You did mention that off the top of the show. Okay.
Yeah. No, right. I remember who came, they come up with it, and I was like, yeah, that can stick. I like that one. That one's fun.
I being around you enough to see how your face changes colors when you really get a good laugh on, which happens a lot. I can see Cheeks. All right.
Yeah. So
Ivy is on the please don't ever call anybody daddy team, and she follows that up with ick. So there you go. Hines says, "Any and all pet names make me cringe. Some more than others." Doesn't get into which ones. Darling. Lorianne's not big on darling. That's very formal. Darling. Yes, hello, darling. It's very pretentious, darling. Yes.
Yeah, it sounds very Charles and Diana, darling. No.
And finally, Patty says, "Babe," because it reminds her of Babe the pig. So that's where her brain goes whenever she hears that. So the official list is as follows: the 5 most disliked pet names nationwide: Bae, Baby, Boo, Boo Boo, and Daddy is at number 1.
Which is so funny, because I was just like, oh, a cute one I liked ever, I got one time was Baby Doll, and I was like, that's cute. That's both, that's 2 of the words that are just don't call us that.
I've got a friend, and I'm not going to mention any names, but I've got a friend who is married, and I knew them when they were even in their dating stage, and then and now, every time she walks in the room, every time they're around each other, he calls her beautiful. It's the first word out of his mouth, and I just look at him and I go, I envy that, man. To be that person, it comes off as authentic, and from a place,
you can hear the love behind it.
It's really super sweet. It really is.
That's why it's again, just test some out, see what hits,
Yep.
see what doesn't. Like,
Yeah.
you know, maybe beautiful, pretty lady, like, you know, things like that. Like, I think there's like cutie, you know, like, there's so many different options. And baby is just so generic. Like, we can, you know, go away from that.
Can I reveal what the name is Sue calls me when I walk in the room?
Yeah.
You want to know?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh God, we're on the same page.
I don't know how to spell it, but
I log on. I'm like, what technical problem are we having today?
Yeah,
Don?
no kidding. No kidding. Actually, we've had minimal technical problems today, although I'm not seeing people commenting, so that may be a problem again. If you're
I
commenting,
didn't want to bring it up.
are they commenting?
No, I didn't see anything
Okay.
coming up on the screen. It was
Well-
like, just don't bring it up, Zoe.
So it begs the question then, what's worse, during our live stream, not seeing the comments or not getting any comments? Shall we do our news nuggets?
The nuggets of news.
Yes?
I don't
Go
know why.
on. Come on, cheeks. Let's go.
All right, we got your news nuggets, the nuggets of news, morsels of information ready for you.
Da-da-da-da-da. It is the nuttier side of the news, and sometimes even the nicer side of the news. Let's begin with the nicer side of the news, shall we?
Yeah.
Snowplow driver in Fort Erie, Ontario has gone viral after taking all of 60 seconds out of his day recently to stop and help out two kids last month. They were shoveling the driveway in their home and they had a lot of snow to deal with. He was driving by, he stopped, he backed up, plowed the entire driveway for them, never rolled down a window, never identified himself, just did the driveway and took off. Good deed for the day. The doorbell camera at the family home got the whole thing on video.
I'm so jealous. That never happened to me as a child.
Yeah.
Like, where was my pretty privilege then? Come on, man. Like,
We have comments. Zoe, we have comments. Woo!
oh, you're beautiful, John.
Oh, John Milky's beautiful. Oh, stop.
Actually,
No.
I really like the way it's coming up on the screen this time around. The
Yeah.
other time it was like really small and in the corner, and it was kind of almost like see-through. You couldn't even.
Well,
really see it
that's
so much.
what the sexy one is when I click on it and manually make it happen. The other one is the default. It just pops up automatically.
Hey,
But
well, yeah, make it sexy. Mhm.
Thank you, Steph Joe Pat.
Valentine's Day episode, we make it sexy.
Yeah. Thank you, Steph Joe Pat, for reminding us that people are actually tuned in.
As I tune out.
We talked about this last week, the whole Chat GPT caricature thing.
Yeah.
That you never got in on because anything AI with Zoe tends to make her look 7.
Which, thank you, but also stop.
Yeah. So the experts are weighing in saying we have all made huge mistakes by doing these. Cybersecurity experts say this is one of the riskiest things they've seen in a long time because you already know that it generates a picture and it puts all kinds of things in the picture. How did it know? Because it's revealing to you that it knows a lot about you that you didn't know it knows. And this is the concern is what else does it know that it's not showing you? So this is a big conversation in Forbes. They're worried about people sharing the personal information without fully considering how it might be used down the road. And they're saying these things in a couple of years might really burn us in the ass in a bad way. So be careful.
So sorry, this is like saying that your search, like your Google searches and stuff or whatever, this is what it's building off
Wherever
of
it's pulling from. Yep.
Really, eh?
Yep.
Yeah. But I mean, we all knew, like, made a joke at the Laff Lounge there, just... That's terrible to say about condoms, and my friend was just like, where did that come from? And then because I mentioned it, he's texted me several times being like, all I keep getting is this condom company's like commercials and stuff on, and I'm like, I'm sorry,
But this is
I didn't
it, right?
mean to say it around your phone, like
you
apologize.
So I was in a conversation with somebody the other day about CPAP machines, which I should probably go for the sleep test because I snore like crazy and I wake up with a dry mouth and I'm probably killing myself by not having one. But it was just a brief conversation about CPAP machines. And whenever this happens, whether you're talking about a CPAP machine or a couch or a fridge, all of a sudden, every second thing in your social media. So it's listening to all of this. And this is the point. And then people, in order to generate a better image, We're feeding ChatGPT all kinds of other. Oh yeah, I work here and I do this and I like this team and my dog is this. Okay, let's put that into a caricature. Isn't that nice? Now it has all of this information on you.
Yeah, and I'm kind of glad I'm not one of those people that like runs to do these things anyways. Because I also
I'm feeling pretty stupid.
I just like the less, and I know like, oh, you guys are on social media all the time and we know everything about you. Yeah, but I let you know. Like I choose.
Yeah. You don't post.
And I'm sorry, you're gonna start getting condom ads now and CPAP machine ads because that's what we just. What a back and forth mixed bag of commercials you're going to be getting, and I'm so sorry.
What else can we throw into the mix? Yeah. Oh, CPAP machines with condom pockets on them. Oh, here we go.
Yeah. What about Ugg boots? Let's just.
Why? Where did you pull that from? Why Ugg boots?
I just I don't know. I look at them and I'm like, they're just like condoms for your feet. Like, because you just slip them on.
See, the condoms for your feet was my generation. Mom made us go to school in the 70s and 80s with milk bags on our feet inside our boots so we wouldn't.
Here we go. Now everyone's getting, commercials for milk
sock
in
condoms.
Bags, specifically bagged milk.
And Ugg boots and CPAPs.
And Ugg boots and CPAP machines.
You know what we really wish? If social media would just show you a link to this podcast, for the love of God. ZM podcast. ZM podcast.
Yes.
Spotify, Apple Music, ZM.
You need to start grabbing people's phones more often, being like, yeah. If I just see someone's phone out, I should just lean over and be like, ZM podcast.
ZMshow.com. Save it right to your phone browser. There you go. A bar in Philadelphia has had to temporarily raise the minimum age of entry. So 21 to get into the bars in the States. They've raised it to 25 because college students were showing up one after another with very convincing fake IDs. Except then they kind of caught on that these IDs weren't so great after all. One of them, belonging to a supposed 24-year-old, used a picture of quite a famous person. That would be Benjamin Franklin.
At 24? Didn't he already look 100? Like, I mean, my God.
Any picture I've seen of him, he's like way...
He always looks old, like super old. But that was the time back then. It was just like you were 24 and you looked like you were 60. So, yeah.
Tougher times, Zoe. Tougher times. Beat us down. The address was also listed, by the way, as the person living at the Liberty Bell. Thought that was kind of funny.
And maybe he was just testing their security to see if they'd actually notice. Like, surprise, it was a trick test.
Yeah, right.
I'm going to leave now.
He's like a mystery shopper. Let's see how good security really is at the bar. Are they checking? Haha, Benjamin Franklin. Catch me now. I love it. I love the way you think. Okay, this will be interesting for the algorithm of what pops up in people's feeds now that we've mentioned condoms, etc. In a new survey in the New York Post, more than 1 in 3 U.S. college students admit they have checked their phone while having sex. Not afterwards, not to change the music. Right smack dab in the middle of it all, ho-hum, I'm going to check my phone. A survey of more than 100,000 students revealed this, ages 18 and over.
Where do you guys get the time? I don't, and also like the hands. What are you doing? What are you doing? Like,
yeah, why is your hand free?
Sure you're even having sex? Like, how are your hands not occupied right now? Like, I'm sorry.
I'm with Zoe on this.
I don't get it.
I'm with Zoe on this. We have so many questions. Kids today. Oh, you all need to listen to the other podcast I do, Turned On with Sue and John, and you'll learn your hands should not be available to go flipping through. And what are you looking at anyway?
Also, and that's another thing is like, you watching cat videos or something? That's weird.
Like, I'll shop for a CPAP machine right now. Keep going.
You just liking people's posts and stuff and and not liking the situation you're in. I don't know. But that's super odd. I don't get that.
News nuggets, and this one should be interesting because you love your car. But you know what?
I do.
I've seen your car. I've not seen in your car. So I'm curious if I were to look inside your car, would you be
Okay.
embarrassed as to what I might find or
No.
see? No?
Actually, I get the comment quite often from people that, oh my God, your car is so clean.
Okay. You're that.
Yeah,
See,
right now there's the curling, like my curling brush, broom
Okay.
is in the back seat. I've got my snow brush. That's also I keep brushes in the back seat of my car, apparently, other than my dogs. I have a toolkit. I got a collapsible shovel. It's very well organized.
I was just
too.
gonna
Like,
say.
I got a bin of just like emergency stuff. And even my dad one time saw it and was just like, why do you need all this crap? And I'm
'Cause
like,
you
"In case of
just never know." There you
emergencies."
see.
Like, I think you're a bit over prepared, Zoe. Like,
34% of people who own a car said they would be embarrassed if somebody they knew looked inside their vehicle right now. So here's what's going on inside people's cars. And mine was a complete mess, just that little trip to and from Toronto. And it's just things like an empty coffee cup, right? Or a bag from the fast food. 21% say there is actual food on the floor of their vehicle right now. Please tell me that's because you've got kids.
yeah,
Otherwise,
okay,
gross.
and that's also another thing too. Is like I know my friends that are parents and stuff, and they're like, "Oh, I'm so embarrassed about my vehicle," and it's like, but you have kids,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
that's just life.
Also,
like
food on the floor of your vehicle in February is one thing. Food on the floor of your vehicle in July,
yeah, like I mean, you got to find some time there to clean it out every now and again, or just do like what my parents did, which was you don't eat in the car. Period. Like,
So my father-in-law has that rule, and then we go to New Brunswick and we borrow his car to do the groceries, and you know what we do?
you eat in the car.
Rate to the only Burger King that knows how to make Burger King burgers properly in Sussex, New Brunswick, and we park the car and we eat the damn burger in the car. You better believe it. Yes.
Yeah, no.
I'm
I
badass.
also like I don't eat in my car either. Like I don't.
Oh, I do.
I'm usually driving, so that makes it kind of hard.
You can eat and drive. It's dangerous, and you probably shouldn't. Cops' discretion on that one, but you can eat in the car and drive.
Yeah, but again, like that, it's the dangerous thing. It's the dogs hanging over my shoulder. Being
I
like,
want
"What's
some.
up?
Yeah.
What's up?" Like it's all just like is a equation for a disaster.
You've got two dogs doing that. Kelty has always been very good about staying in the back seat. Lately, she has no problem coming right up to the front seat. Like we're driving down the road, and she's like 110-pound dog is like, no, you get to the back right now.
And we're still learning with Plum. Plum's still learning. Zena's very good where she sits in the back and she stays there. But this one is like, hey, Mom.
It's a puppy. All right, the other things that people have in their car that they'd be embarrassed if somebody saw, bottles and cans littered around, trash and food wrappers. They're kind of one and the same. The number one answer, though, people are embarrassed because of all of the random clothing they have in their car.
Yeah, I've never done that. I don't understand. Like, okay, maybe some shoes, like just, backup shoes in case, like a pair of runners or something. But yeah, I've never been one to turn it into a closet, but I know people who do. And I'm just like, but why?
Because you go to work in one outfit, you're going out to Valentine's Day to see Lauren Lane on stage tonight, so you're going to do a quick little change of clothes, and then
Well, why didn't you just go home?
Well, because you can't always. I don't know. I'm trying to think of the process for people in
But
their
then,
brain.
okay, so you change whatever, leaves them in the car. But then when you get out of the car, why do you not take them with you? That is what I don't understand.
Well,
I'm
okay,
like,
so
I don't
maybe you're going to
them.
crash at somebody else's house, so there's a whole other change of clothes, and then next thing you know, you're going home in the morning, and it just.
But then when you're going home and you pull in the driveway, why are you not then grabbing whatever bag or just loose clothing that's in the car and bringing it inside with you? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Because you are organized, and some of us, Zoe, just live in a pigsty, as my mother would say.
I would say out of all the most organized people in the world, I'm definitely not the most organized, but I've just never been like one to just leave clothes in the car.
I have.
Get it.
Yeah, sometimes. Well, you come home from the gym, you forget your gym bag in the back of the car. Not everybody's thinking of people leave children in the back seat of their car, right? So to forget your gym
if it's
clothes.
softball season, I'll leave like my softball bag with my cleats and like my gloves.
That's got to smell lovely the next day.
No, you leave it open.
Ugh.
You leave it open,
Ugh.
like so that it has time to air out. God.
Speaking of clothes, news nuggets.
Nuggets of news.
AI is finding its way into our wardrobe now, more specifically into our underwear drawer. There is now smart underwear with built-in AI. It is supposed to keep you healthy because it measures the hydrogen gas in your farts. Every time you fart, it does a little reading and lets you know what's happening.
Really? It's like, oh, that was the taco you had yesterday.
Yes!
Yeah, like, you know, like what information are you gathering from this? Like, oh, we recommend more fiber. Like, you know, I don't understand.
Exactly. It's
I don't get
keeping an eye on you in a place where nobody really wants to keep an eye on you, right?
I like that that's what we're investing, you know, technology money into is that.
We're running out of things.
But like that could have, like, again, it just seems like, oh, what guy made that instead of like, you know, one that's for women to help them.
I like women,
you know,
farts.
Balancing their pH.
Women
and knowing
farts.
What's I know they fart. I know.
And how dare you assume that a man invented this AI? How dare you sexist person, you.
But again, it's just like, it's like tech that like it could be useful for, you know, women in like a different way, and it's just
well, maybe that's next week's news nugget.
Fingers crossed, but I'm going to tell you right now, it won't be till a news nugget from like 8 years from now, because that's how quickly medical science moves towards women's health. Stop licking me.
For those listening to the podcast, Zoe's dog is front and center on camera right now.
Yeah, well, it's not front and center, but she's on my side. Also farting. Gross.
See, so let's get the dog needs a dog collar that can detect what's in their farts. Yeah, there you go. You know what you need? You need this guy from Saskatchewan. He can help you. Being hailed a hero after saving his mother from a charging moose. He jumped into action when the animal had his 72-year-old mom pinned against the garage. He used his body to shield her from the attack during the struggle. He was knocked to the ground, kicked several times, suffered injuries to his ribs and his back, but he was able, despite it all, to get mom and himself into the house safely. And the moose eventually went away.
100% a hero. And
Yikes.
yeah, like people, I don't think people understand, like those things are aggressive. Like you see a moose, go the other way.
Huge. I used to, we got moose in Ontario, but I was going to New Brunswick to Sioux every summer for, it's been 30 years now, but at the time, maybe 20, 23 years. And I used to laugh at the signs warning you about moose. I'm like, that's fake. I've yet to see one. Coming here for years, decades, never seen a moose. One day we're turning a corner in an SUV and the moose is like towering over the roof of this thing. It's like, holy shit.
You're like, maybe that's why I've never seen the moose. Is because they're so tall. I missed it.
Yeah, or just drove right underneath them. They're for real. They are for real.
They will mess you up if they want to.
All right. Back to cars for a second. I don't know where our listener is as far as electric vehicles are concerned. I'm watching with interest, but both of my vehicles are still gas. Well, this may sway some people to the EV side. Ferrari have just revealed photos of the interior of their first ever all-electric vehicle, the Ferrari Luce.
Oh, see, there was one that I think it was Hyundai that released an old model that used to be very popular, like way back, and redid it into new tech, everything, and it's electric. And I'm like, see, this is what I want. Stop making that Tron looking crap. I want an old car, like a cool looking old car with all the new hot tech in it. Like, come on, car companies. It's right there.
I just want the gear shifter.
Everyone loves vintage.
I just want the gear shifter. Leave the gear shifter. Never mind these knobs. Anyway, I'm going to give you a reason to hate on Ferrari. I don't know if you like Ferrari or not, but here's the reason you're going to hate on them. The entire interior kind of looks like an Apple product, and that's because Johnny Ive's creative firm dreamed up the car's interior. He used to be the design chief for Apple.
Oh, great. Yay.
There's Zoe driving down the road in her iPhone Ferrari. Vroom, vroom.
Looks like an Apple made with all Samsung.
Hey,
You're
Nicole
welcome.
just joined us. Better late than never, Nicole. Where were you from the get-go, Nicole? Lauren was late, but you, Nicole, you're so late to this show today. Anyway, love you, Nicole. She says the moose in New Brunswick are indeed for real. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they are. Where are we at time-wise? We should probably get going. What's that?
Over.
Yeah. Well, we had a great conversation with Lauren Lane, so.
Yeah, no, I'm not complaining. I was like, you were
Yep.
just asking for a time check, and I'm like, we got maybe 6 minutes.
So you wanted to skip celebrity stuff this week and go right to the this or that and why?
Yes.
All right, we had does of the week too, so we owe you some does next week on the show.
Yeah.
All right.
We owe you a bit of stuff.
Right, because see, it's all about the listener, and we've got a listener named Dave who, from the very get-go in this podcast, the first ever incarnation of this podcast, sent us these silly questions. Here, guys, pick one and tell me why you picked it over the other. So,
Yeah.
he sends them every single week. We do them every single week. By the way, zmshow.com is our website. Every podcast is listed there. All right, this or that and why. Zoe, as always, leads things off.
John, are you doing Valentine's Day card or Valentine's Day email?
I am doing Valentine's Day nothing.
Yeah. I'm actually making a card right now.
Neither one of us are big on Valentine's Day, and can we just say the focus in this house is on my birthday, which is Monday. That's the real reason, by the way. I know they say it's family day and that's why you've got the day off. That's bullshit. You have the day off because it's Milky's birthday. That's right. And the sooner people realize that, the better off we're going to be.
Which has been going on for how many years?
Don't do that. 57. Yeah. If I had to pick one, I'm a traditional romantic. I would go with the card. Emails, nice, but it's
Now, would you make the card yourself, or would you buy a card and just write something nice in it?
I have. Although making a card today, my fear would be, oh yeah, that's nice and everything, but AI did that, didn't it? No, if I was going to really be in for Valentine's Day, I mean, back in the day, I was going to the store and I was buying a card. Absolutely.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
All right, my friend Zoe Thorne. Cheeks.
Mm-hmm.
This or that and why? Chocolate hearts or candy hearts with messages on them?
Ooh, that's hard. Because I feel like because they're so classic, the candy hearts. Like I do want those, but then also I feel like I can only have like 5 or 6 of those, and then I'm like, okay, it's like a lot of chalk in my mouth. Like it's just So I think I'll go with the chocolate hearts.
The chocolate hearts.
I could endlessly eat little chocolate hearts.
All right, there you go. The candy messages. Things you don't think about, right? As trends come and go, they update the candy hearts, and I had a whole list this week of terms that used to be on candy hearts that are no more. So fax me, text me, tweet me. Those are all gone. And one that really jumped out at me was swing time. And I'm like, gee, we don't do that anymore. And then my punchline, and then my punchline, because I'm just trying to skirt around getting more angry, upset moms with their kids in the car. My punchline was, did it at least taste like pineapple?
If you know, you know.
If you know, there you go. Thank you, Zoe Thorne.
Which is probably also on a candy heart somewhere.
I suspect people listening to my show know. You know?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. This or that and why?
Mm-hmm.
Exchanging gifts or just swapping cards?
Oh, just cards.
Yeah, just cards, eh?
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather just spend time, but that's not an option, so I'm going cards.
Yeah, fair enough.
Presents for Valentine's Day. I mean, it's the most gimmicky holiday anyway. Let's go for dinner. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Roses, Zoe. Red roses or pink roses? What's your preference?
Ooh. I mean, just getting flowers is nice. I don't like. You could get me blue roses, and I'd be fine with that too. But I guess if I had to pick one, red roses are just classic, they're just
I was told
what the emoji's based after.
Yeah, I was told years ago, don't even waste your money on them because they're the most expensive flower and they will die in a couple of days. So,
well, you could always do the Lego red roses.
True.
They last forever.
True. Although, another news story I had this week, and we skipped over it in News Nuggets, but it was there. Somebody bought one of these Lego flowers, opened up the sealed box, and inside was pasta. I don't know how that happened, but anyway.
What?
Okay,
well, someone stole the Lego set then.
Sealed box.
I feel like Lego
Sealed box. Nicole, thank you for the birthday messages. Also, she's posting pineapple emojis now and cracking me up. So, thank you. Whose turn is it? Mine to ask you?
Mine. No, you just asked me.
I asked you about roses.
Roses.
I'm glad one of us pays attention to the show.
This or that and why? Getting hit by Cupid's arrow or telling him to mind his own business?
Mind your own freaking business, Cupid.
Yeah, get out of here, you old devil.
Yeah.
Disguise.
I can screw this up all on my own. I don't need your help.
Yeah, and yeah.
Yeah. It was the tone more than anything.
For me, it's just like, it's just another, you hit me with the arrow and it's just another painful thing.
Oh, poor cheeks. Oh, squishy little cheeks.
Shingle on Valentine. The
lineup forms to the left.
Crickets.
I doubt that.
There's no waiting period, apparently.
I doubt that. I love this time with you so much every single week. I don't even care if people listen to the podcast. It's just fun for us.
Take a number. Oh, it's 1? Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah. Okay, so let's imagine that things are going swimmingly for you after the lineup and you've been able to find somebody and you now have the option. Would you choose fancy dinner tonight or takeout on the couch?
Oh, because I love both.
Yeah, right?
But I do love to dress up. But yeah.
You got to pick one.
I know, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind doing some really expensive takeout on the couch. And then I would just wear the outfit that I would wear to a fancy restaurant.
Now you're thinking.
Yeah. And then after, finishing the food and stuff, just immediately take it off and go back to sweatpants again. That's what I want to do.
And at what point are you scrolling your social media and seeing all the condom ads?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right. That's
while I'm somehow taking my pants off. I don't know.
That's why the kids are scrolling their phones while doing sex. That's it right there.
See this new brand out of Canada,
That is it for another edition of ZM. Z for Zoe, M for Milky. Again, our thanks to McCarthy Automotive. Seriously, I'm 34 days to go until spring. You know it's coming. I'm not saying change your tires now because clearly winter's not over yet, but maybe make the appointment so that you're not waiting too long come spring to get your tires changed over. For all of your automotive needs, it is McCarthy Automotive. Auto repair, maintenance. I'm in to see them this week because something's up. I got my check engine light. I think it's the exhaust. We'll see if I'm right. They'll take care of it for me. McCarthyAutomotive.ca. Zoe, I can't talk anymore. You're going to have to end the show.
If you like what you heard, and please spread the word, but maybe not while you're having sex. No,
do that.
And as always.
Especially if it's in a group.
Or, I guess tell more people. Just trying to help you out on Valentine's Day from one single gal to possibly another single person if they do that. And as always, ta-ta for now. TTFN.